What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And boy oh boy, we were pretty surprised today when we found out that there's going to be a brand new Sugo Fest coming this week, literally a week after the Nekomamashi Sugo Fest, that brings along the feature that really should have been global for about a month to a month and a half, nearly 2 months now, being the guaranteed red poster Sugo Fest. So, what this means is that after the 3rd, 6th, and 9th multi-pull that you do during this Sugo Fest, you are guaranteed to get a red poster on your 11th pull of that multi. So 3rd, 6th, and 9th will guarantee you a red poster, and on the 9th multi-pull, apparently, it is a dramatic rate boost for the brand newly introduced 6-star God USOPP. So in this video, we're going to be going through all the brand new units in this batch, including the brand new 6-star USOPP and his super evolution. So hopefully you guys do go on to enjoy the video, and if you guys do go on to enjoy it, make sure to smack the like button down below. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So there are lots of new units to go over in this batch, so I'm going to try and make each of these units a little bit less more in-depth. I still will give you the information, but I'll just go through them a little bit more quicker because there are a lot to go through in this video. So first off is Elizabeth, Straw Hat Pirate's Accomplice. So all of these units in this batch are from basically Sub-Odi Archipelago. They're returning to Sub-Odi to basically help the Straw Hats escape from the Marines and make their way to Fishman Island. That is what this batch was supposed to be, and this batch, I think, was supposed to come out either before Shirahoshi or just after Shirahoshi. So this batch is a little bit late to the party, but still we have it now, which is pretty awesome. But let's go through these units. So Elizabeth is a Dex Fighter Free Spirit character and a max level at level 99. Elizabeth has 2681 health, 810 attack, and 381 recovery. So very low attack stat. It would be a lot better if that attack stat was just bumped up a little bit higher, because Elizabeth's special ability is really good, but her captain ability, his or her captain ability will boost the recovery and health by 1.2 times, and then boost the attack by 2.5 times, following a chain of strength, Dex, and then a quick character, making sure that your attacks are no lower than good. So not a very good captain ability, you're never going to use this as a captain. But the special ability, which maxes at 15 turns, recovers 13 times this character's recovery in HP, which is really solid, and then adds 0.5 to the chain multiplier, and then reduces the defense of all enemies by 100% for a single turn. So this special ability has a ton of utility, really good for Dex teams, fighter teams, or free spirit based teams. This unit is insane, the amount of utility that you get. So you get lots of health back, you get extra damage from the chain multiplier boost, so your chain will then max out at 3 times for that turn, and then you get the 100% damage defense reduction against the enemy, which is really solid. Elizabeth also has a sailor ability, which states that it restores their own special by 2 turns when it is rewinded. So meaning that on the fight against Raid Boss Kizaru, where your special gets rewound, then the sailor ability will kick in and then it will be active again. So it's not a bad sailor ability, it's just that your specials getting rewinded doesn't actually happen that often in Treasure Cruise, but it is still nice that there is a sailor ability that does that. So not too bad of a unit whatsoever. The next unit in this batch that we're going to be talking about is going to be Perona. So Perona is an int shooter driven character and at max level at level 99. Perona has 1969 health, 1001 attack, and 481 recovery. And like all of the other rare recruits in this batch, aside from the 6-star character, she's 30 cost and 4 socket spots. Her captain ability will boost the attack of characters with a cost of 30 or less by 2.25, and then give them a 1.5 times recovery boost. So again, not a very good captain ability that you're going to be using that often. And her special ability, which will max at 14 turns, reduces damage received by 90% for a single turn, reduce the defense of all enemies by 90% for 1 turn, and reduce enemies' threshold damage reduction and percentage damage reduction duration for 2 turns. So that's a pretty good special ability, very reminiscent of the actual Fortnite Perona, but she is much better. She gives you, I think it's the same damage reduction, but she reduces reduces the enemy's defense, I think, by a little bit more. I don't actually remember how much Fortnite Perona actually does, but she also reduces threshold damage and also percent damage reduction, which is the Rainbow Shield, I think. The Rainbow Shield, and I think it's damage limiter as well. So that's a really good special ability, and yeah, still people in Japan will use her for certain situations. Very niche use, but is still a very, very solid rare recruit character. She also has a Sailor ability, which is simply boosting the attack of int characters by an extra 50 stats. So that's still not a bad Sailor ability for pure int teams. Pure int teams still not very, very strong, but this definitely helps them out just a little bit. The next unit in this batch that we're going to be talking about is going to be Heracle. Now, Heracle is a strength shooter striker type character, and at max level, at level 99, he has 2091 health, 1403 attack, and 328 recovery. His captain ability will boost the attack of strength characters by 2.5 times, and then boost the health of shooters and strikers by 1.25 times. So not a great captain ability once again, but his special ability, which will max at 12 turns, cuts the HP of each enemy by 20%, changes your right column type slots, so any orb in your right column that is a strength, dex, quick, psi, or int orb will be changed into a matching orb for strikers and shooters. I think that this special ability could be buffed a little bit. I just think that it's a little bit lackluster, making it only for the right column. I really wish it was just for all, the whole team, instead of just the right column. If he was for the whole team, changes all type slots into matching for shooters and strikers, this guy is a legitimately, OP rare recruit unit. But because he only does the right side of your team, it is a little bit lackluster, but still not a bad unit. Still gives you a 20% health cut against the enemy, and he actually has a pretty good Sailor ability, which will give you an extra 150 HP for all your strength characters, which is actually a pretty big buff. I don't think too many characters actually have a 150 stat boost. Not too many of them do. So 150 stat boost for the health of your strength characters is actually pretty solid. So, not too bad of a rare recruit unit, but now let's move on to the next rare recruit unit. Moving on to the next unit of this batch, and my personal favorite of the entire batch being Duvall, Straw Hat Pirate's accomplice, who is a Psi/a free spirit type character, and at max level, at level 99, he has 3000 health, 1120 attack, and 267 health, recovery, that is, and he has 4 socket spots, 30 cost like the other units. His captain ability will reduce the cooldowns of all specials by 3 turns at the start of the fight, and then boost the attack of Psi characters by 3 times, but only if they have a matching orb. So not a great captain ability. His captain ability can still be used for, things that require you to just use specials and not really rely on your captain's attack multiplier, but just relying on special abilities, so some specific, turtle time teams and stuff like that. But still not a great captain ability that you're going to be using that often. His special ability, though, is why he's so good, right? Because it reduces damage received by 50% for 1 turn, and then on top of that, he boosts the attack of Psi characters by 1.75 times for 1 turn. So he's another Psi-type booster for Psi teams, being Stronghold Shanks teams. Now, you might say, the thing about Psi teams is they already have their 2 times booster, being, the Impact USOPP. The thing is that this guy has 2 extra sockets. He has, I believe he has better stats than the Impact USOPP. And this guy actually has a very, very interesting Sailor ability that will make int orbs beneficial for Psi-type characters. So this guy as a sub on a Stronghold Shanks teams basically means that your whole team will never have a negative orb unless if they get a bother orb. So this guy is an amazing sub-unit on a Stronghold Shanks team, and just giving the Psi characters a little bit of a boost, which is awesome to see. Moving on to the last of the rare recruit units for this batch before we talk about the brand new Sugo Fest exclusive character is going to be a rare recruit Rayleigh. So Rayleigh is a quick slasher cerebral type character, and at max level, at level 99, he has 2350 health, 1298 attack, and 351 recovery. His captain ability will boost the attack of quick characters by 2.5 times and give them a 1.2 times health boost. And then, if you hit 4 perfects, you will go to a 3 times attack captain. This guy has a very, very strong captain ability. So if you are just starting off in the game, this is actually a really good rare recruit for you, because he just gives you a straight 3 times attack, 1.2 times health, captain ability for quick characters. Very, very solid captain ability. And on top of that, he has an insane special that will max at 11 turns, changes all orbs, including block orbs, into quick orbs. So this guy is just absolutely crazy. Like, he is an amazing buff to quick teams. Even though quick teams already had pretty reliable ways to get matching orbs anyway, it's still pretty good to have just one unit that will guarantee you a full board of quick orbs no matter what, even if you do get given block orbs. So an amazing rare recruit unit. And on top of that, he does have a sailor ability that will make strength, int, and dex orbs beneficial for this specific unit. So that's not too bad, although if you are using this guy in a quick team, like, that really doesn't make that much of a difference, honestly. It would be kind of cool if it made its strength, int, and dex beneficial to all quick characters. That would be an insane unit, but he only does it for himself. Even though it is for just himself, it's still an all-round, really powerful quick unit. So now let's start talking about the brand new 6-star Sugofest exclusive character, being God Usopp. Now, God Usopp is an interesting character because the main thing about this unit is that his captain ability is like complete trash. In most cases, you never really want to use this guy as a captain, but let's overview the character in his entirety. So, God Usopp is a dex shooter type character with no secondary class. At max level, at level 99, he has 3141 health, he has 1291 attack, and 441 recovery. He does have 55 cost and also 5 socket spots, so very reminiscent of all of the other legends. His captain ability will boost the attack of all characters by 1.5 if your health is below 50%, and then 1.75 times attack boost if you're below 30% health. That means that if you are above 50% health, you don't get any attack boost whatsoever. But on top of all of this, he makes all type orbs, recovery orbs, and tandem orbs beneficial to all characters. So every single colored orb, recovery orb, and tandem orb. So all the natural orbs that you can actually roll in the game, you can actually make them all matching orbs with this guy as your captain. So you never really want to go ahead and run a double Usopp lead. But the good thing about this guy is that you can actually run like a strong one ace, which really relies on getting matching orbs. And because God Usopp is a shooter and he also makes all the orbs matching, then it does help out Strongward Ace a lot. So if you do have this guy and you want to use him as a captain for whatever reason, then I guess you can go ahead and use a Strongward Ace friend captain. But all in all, it's not a very good captain ability whatsoever. But let's talk about his special, okay? So his special is a multi-stage special. There's a stage 1, 2, and 3. The one that I've got listed here on the video is the stage 3 special, which, as you can see, maxes at 21 turns. He only needs 3 skill ups, so, you know, getting him to max skill is actually pretty easy. But it will go ahead and delay all enemies for 5 turns and then add 0.3 times to the chain multiplier for the next 4 turns. Like, that's an insane special ability as it is. And you might say that's a very good special ability, but being 21 turns is quite a lot. And I will admit, it is a lot. But let's talk about his stage 1 special. So his stage 1 special, you guys cannot see this on the video, but his stage 1 special maxes at 10 turns and delays all enemies for 3 turns. So his stage 1 special at max skill is just Golden Pound Usopp, and this guy is just a much better Golden Pound Usopp. You get a ton more stats, you get 3 extra socket spots, and he also has a sailor ability that states it will completely resist blindness. So this guy as a sub is like god tier. He is honestly one of the best sub units in the game, but it's just the fact that you never really want to use him as a captain, which is a little bit of a drawback. But all in all, like, he's a very good unit, and he does help out teams a lot, giving you very solid delays, and adding that 0.3 to the chain multiplier for 4 turns is actually pretty crazy as well. And then his stage 2 special, if you guys wanted to know, it's a 4-turn delay, and it adds 0.2 to the chain for the next 4 turns instead of 0.3, and that's a 15-turn special. So it goes 10, 15, and then 21 at max for all of his stages. So, you know, definitely this guy is one of the best subunits in the game. Very solid legend character. But now that we've gone ahead and overviewed this character, let's go ahead and talk about his super evolution that is also debuting with the release of the brand new 6-star Usopp. And as I said, guys, the super evolution for God Usopp will be debuting on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global as soon as he is released. So as soon as you have him, you can automatically super evolve this character into his super evolution. 6-star plus Captain Usopp, Usopp's great manly adventure. So let's talk about this guy. He is also a dex shooter. He does not change his class. He goes up to a 65 cost and he still has 5 socket spots. His stats do change though. He gets more health, attack, and recovery, going to 3410 health, 1341 attack, and 481 recovery. His captain ability does slightly change as well. Basically what it is it's the exact same captain ability, except it makes it specific for shooter characters. So technically, I guess you could say it's a worse captain ability because it's only specifically for shooters now, but there's an extra ability added on top of it that states it will automatically delay all enemies by 1 each time you enter a new stage. So as soon as you enter a new stage, it will tick up the enemy cooldown by 1. Now, this will work even through the enemy debuff protector. So if the enemy does have a debuff protector, it does not matter. It will automatically delay them, add an extra turn to their attack countdown, which is like, it's unbelievable because no other unit in the game does what he does. But it still comes down to the fact that, you know, this guy is not a very good captain. He does not provide you much damage output whatsoever. Sure, he does give you a lot of matching orbs, which is very, very valid. But he does not give you damage output, which is the main thing with Treasure Cruisers. If you're not doing damage, then you're not going to be winning. So, you know, it's a little bit of a drawback, but he does give you, you know, that extra mechanic of delaying enemies no matter what. But still, in my opinion, not a very good captain ability. And his special ability is actually changed as well. So his special ability goes from a 16 turn cooldown to a 13 turn cooldown at max. And what it does is it cuts the HP of all enemies by 10%. And a brand new game-breaking mechanic: if the enemy has a delay protector, ignores it and delays it for 1 turn, and then if they don't have a delay protector, it's just going to be a 3-turn delay like regular Golden Pound Usopp. So, in my opinion, the way to go about this is to go ahead and have 2 Usopps, basically. Have one 6-star Usopp and have one 6-star plus Usopp. 6-star plus Usopp is a much better captain than what the regular 6-star one is, and if you do, for whatever reason, need to use this guy as a captain, then you can do that. Also, another reason why it's better to have 2 is the fact that their special abilities are vastly different. They both bring delay to the game, but 6-star plus Usopp can go through delay prevention, which is pretty solid because there are some bosses where you just wish you had that extra turn of delay. So if you guys, you know, need that, then, you know, you can have 6-star plus Usopp for that. And also he's a health cutter as well, a 10% health cutter. But then you go back to Usopp, the other Usopp. He is a little bit more different because he gives you more delay potential, because it is a up to 5-turn delay, and then on top of that he adds more chain to your crew. So, you know, it really depends on the situation. They're both used in different situations. They both have pros and cons. So, yeah, my advice is to have 2 of these guys if you possibly can. So if you end up pulling a dupe of this guy, I would keep it and keep one super evolved and then keep one unevolved at a regular 6-star character. And just to reiterate to you guys that if you guys do choose to pull during this Sugo Fest, that it will be a guaranteed red poster on the 3rd, 6th, and 9th multi-pull. And on that 9th multi-pull, you have a much higher chance of pulling the 6-star God Usopp. So that's pretty much going to end the video today, guys. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. And if you guys have enjoyed it, make sure to smack the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.